Germany has seen some economically hard times, with the government in Berlin cutting spending to avoid going into further debt. On the chopping block, development aid, including projects in India, Africa and elsewhere. But Germany isn't moving out of these areas altogether. Deutsche Welle correspondent Lars Halter joins us now from Berlin. Lars, g'day. So what are you hearing from the government? How is development aid changing in Germany?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Indeed, the German government has made deep cuts everywhere. And with regards to development aid, the budget is down 8% next year to just over 10 billion euros. Now, a cut of 8%, of course, could be painful, but that's not the point here. As a matter of fact, Berlin seeks closer cooperation with the Global South, not to divest from the area. And so Development Minister Rema Labali just introduced her plan for, quote, strong partnerships for a successful global economy. She made it clear right off the bat that cutting down on economic support for the Global South is not a goal at all, especially in times when a major player, the United States, obviously under Donald Trump, has in fact turned away from supporting projects there, or at a time when some other powerful players like China have strategically moved into, let's say, Africa with multi-billion-dollar projects. Now, the German government is still set to be a player in the Global South, albeit with new strategies.
And what are these strategies supposed to look like?
Well, essentially, the big idea is to include the corporate world into any developmental aid at a much earlier stage of planning. For example, the business community, including some of the big global players in Germany, will be part of setting the agenda, deciding on which 5 developing economies for now will be the main focus for a cooperation with Germany. India will be among them. Ghana will be a major market too, likely. The government also wants to make sure that more companies here will get orders and jobs out of these partnerships, that they invest, of course, as well. The idea is to strengthen supply chains, to have more value creation in India or Africa, and to be a partner rivaling the position that China has these days. Beijing, of course, has long invested in infrastructure in the Global South, has made financing available, not necessarily in interest of some countries there in the long run, whereas Germany doesn't have the same level of business there despite spending billions in the past.
And what are you hearing from German companies? How are they expecting to benefit?
Well, by looking at the Global South as a real market, let's look at a project by Bayer, for example. That's a German industrial giant working in pharmaceuticals as well as agricultural goods. They are about to invest 32 million euros in Zambia to develop a high-quality hybrid seed that could grow corn for 30 million people per year. On background here, Bayer says African farmers don't need sympathy and pity. They need functioning systems. And other companies are seeing that as well. So the focus for the government in Berlin is now totally on not just on supporting projects, but establishing real commercial partnerships. Of course, that's also long been the focus of others, including, of course, the World Bank.
Okay, Lars Halter there in Berlin. US President Donald Trump has awarded Charlie Kirk the nation's highest civilian honour